Hey guys, it's Alon. In today's video, I'm showing you guys a little bit more work I did on the Farlands project when I created a map recently. So to start things off, we start with the Northwestern Farlands, which are actually I'm almost finished right now. So in the world that this is based off, I actually found a rather interesting arch right before the Farlands initiation and on both axes, and while I haven't finished building this yet, I'll continue work on that. So I also found that the diagonal line changes pattern a few times between the initiation of the Farland and the final state that I briefly showed in my video entitled Almost Everything I Discovered in 2021, when I showed the diagonal line at 1 trillion blocks. So here's my rough recreation of the pattern at 1.2 billion blocks in the x-axis. And if I fly further in this direction, you should eventually see a recreation of the pattern at x of 2 billion blocks. It's just starting to resemble the final wavy pattern much more. And finally, over here we have the diagonal line, as I saw, 34.359 billion blocks, which was pretty much the same as a trillion blocks. But now let's head back to the beginning of the Farlands here. So let's change this a little bit because I found it actually looks a bit different in the real seed. Now this is just off of memory. I might actually refine it further off camera to look more like in the real seed. And I actually may even share you guys the world that I've been using for all my 1.2 long videos pretty soon, just so you guys can explore it for yourself. Let's bring this up a block. Okay. So this actually looks more like in the real seed. It only changes to this pattern here. It is smooth speed transition, several billion blocks in. Now let's head to 1,000 blocks west. Okay. I don't see anything interesting yet. I am working on a mushroom biome right now. And this is really meant just to be based off the landscape and that seed. This morning I actually checked out this edge Farlands boundary here at x equals 1.2 billion and at x equals 2.147 billion, and I will recreate both of those earlier on, like closer to negative 14,000 or 14,200 or whatever in the x-axis. And here you will see that I'm also working on a Badlands biome along the Farlands boundary here. Right. So now let's head over, to negative 12,500, 12,500 positive direction. And soon you will see a repetitive looking edge Farlands load up. So here is my work so far on the 1.2.5 64-bit base ones. You can clearly see that I had originally intended, when I started working on this Farlands project a year ago, I had intended for the Southwestern Farlands to be a sky grid, but I eventually changed that plan. I wonder, would this be better, would the Southwestern Farlands be better if I had the Z-axis biome from those Farlands running through here? Like near the actual corner Farlands, the 1.2.5 64-bit? I don't know. You guys think in the comments I'm gonna go back in this direction. Eventually, you guys will see my rough recreation so far of a repeating pattern. Like, I saw it 4 times the Farlands distance when I investigated. Basically, what I would do is just build this chunk and then copy and paste it over to all these other sections. All the other chunks in this grid. And now let's head over to negative 13,080, 120, and then 30,080. And you guys will see the corner Farlands here leading up to what little I have built so far, the corner Farlands. And of course the edge section, which will be much more repetitive, just like the regular Farlands here. As for the fringe lands in this quadrant, I'm not sure if the Comb artifact and Skygrid would generate in 1.2.5. Guess we wouldn't really know until we get a 128-bit mod. But yeah, guys, that's about all I got for today. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and hit the bell, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell and click on all for all notifications. And goodbye.